when you're working, you were mentioned working with clients. When you're working with clients, sometimes Netflix, DreamWorks, or Disney, or anyone else, how does that process tend to go?
Every job is different, right? And every studio has its own process and the way that they prefer to work. So with bigger studios, usually COVID has kind of changed things a little bit. The way that studios work it kind of evolved a little bit during COVID, and now they're a lot more relaxed with hiring people outside of their organization for things. But usually, the work I'd get from like DreamWorks, for example, was for pitches. Like, hey, we've got this show, like we bought the rights to this property or whatever, and we want to put a pitch together for the series. And so, like, okay, here's this assignment, here's the show. We want you to put together, designs for the pitch for us. And so there's this one job that was there were like the two main characters they had like a pretty good description of, and then there were 12 other characters. They're like, we don't really know what they're doing or who they are or anything. Just kind of do whatever you want. It's like, that's awesome. So those ones are fun because it's like they just kind of they don't know what they're doing yet. And so it's kind of like you get to be more a part of the process than you usually are. Right. So I was able to pitch story ideas, right? Like, what if this character
Hmm.
did this thing, or what if they had this kind of a sidekick, or what if, and that's always a lot of fun. But usually things are a lot more controlled than that, especially Disney. Although I did work on one job for Disney that they were just quick to approve everything. But usually with Disney, especially if so I worked on Lorcana, which is this card game coming out this next year, and is dealing with all these classic Disney characters. Right? You have all these, like you have Mickey Mouse, and you have like basically any Disney character you can think of. They have in this card game, right? And so they were very, very particular on everything, right? Especially the ones. Some of them are like new takes on the character, right? But some of them are like canon, like this is the character from the film, and they're very, very particular on that sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, like I said, it kind of varies from client to client, but usually the process is pretty similar. You have a draft, like a go at rough concepts, and then slightly tighter concepts, and you just kind of go until you dial in on what exactly they want.